Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you. Let us know who's here. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Where you? Um, I was going to say dialing in from, but nobody's dials anymore. Where are you coming in live from? And it's cold in New England. In New England, it is cold, but the ducks are out.
Aw.
The ducks and the geese. But parts of the lake are frozen, so they're like standing on top of the lake. Anyway, it's been fun. Um, anyway, hi, I'm Catherine Sayo, and if I haven't met you yet, I am the founder and current director. I say current because everything is in flux right now. For Lipedema Simplified and the Lipedema project as it's been. When I say as it's been. So, a couple of quickie announcements that we're going to be talking about in way more length. But as many of you know, I've been sick with some central lymphatic dysfunction. You can hear the congestion in my voice. They thought I had COVID. It turned out not to be COVID. It turned out to be directly related, I believe, to all this lymphatic stuff. But and I have what they call they diagnosed me with cyanitis, which
Mm.
is a sinus infection, which is related to the lymphatic system. Anyway, so I am in the process of taking some time. I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm taking some time to do some healing work. As is Leslie Keith. Lessons reduced her hours so that she could spend some time with her family. She has some um, time that needs devoting to her family. So we have been very supportive of that. And you might notice that we have Siobhan Huggins, who's always here. Say hi, Siobhan.
Hello, I'm the research specialist. And if you see anything glitching out on this side, it's actually my yarn cabinet. It keeps trying to show up. So,
Well, look at that collar she has. Is that gorgeous? She just finished that today.
yeah, this thing is like 10 feet long, in case you're wondering.
Oh,
It's like double my height.
oh my God, it's so gorgeous, Siobhan.
It's cozy.
And and most of you know Akanksha, but you're going to meet Akanksha on a different level today. So, Akanksha, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm the marketing director for Lipedema Simplified. Yeah, and I'm so glad to be here today with Siobhan and Catherine.
Yes, indeed. It took a little bit of coaxing, a little bit of coaxing. So, and just to say, years ago when Lipedema Simplified got named, um, really it got named i- with what our intent was to keep everything simple. But things have gotten a little more complicated. And so we decided that we need to simplify. And so what you're going to hopefully hear today, that what's new and coming up with lipedema is what's old and coming up with lipedema, which is this whole, how do we simplify? How do we get it to the easiest, most direct components so that people can really get their needs met? That would be you and me and Siobhan and Akaksha and all of us. Really. How do we keep it? What's that wonderful phrase? Keep it simple, sweetheart.
Is that how that goes?
So anyway, um, so since Akaksha is our marketing director, we asked Akaksha to put together sort of a thumbnail sketch of what we can expect for 2025.
Yes. Yeah, and at the back end, we were preparing. So as we step into 2025, we have uh, I wanted to share all the upcoming incredible events and activities we've planned for all of us here. Um, as usual, we are over committed to, supporting and empowering women with lipedema. And I'm so excited for this year. Yeah, we have so much in store for you.
Can you be more specific?
Sure, I can. We are kicking off January with two wonderful webinar. In fact, our first webinar is tomorrow. If you haven't signed up, go and sign up. It's our The link is lipedema-simplified.org/pain-webinar. We're going to talk about citizen science and encourage community led research and learning. So it's going to be wonderful. And then followed by, I think it's on January 13th, we are hosting another free webinar about body peace for lipedema. So it's a beautiful opportunity to focus on our, self-care, self-acceptance, and just reconnecting with your body. So yeah, be sure to mark your calendars for that. And Catherine, you want me to go on for the year long?
Yeah, yeah, go on. But before you do that, let me just, most of you have been to our webinars, and not everyone, but quite a few. And one of the things that we do is we give a lot of value. We talk very much about whatever the core topic is, and we share not only information but knowledge and research. And towards the end of the webinar, we invite you to join us for what is usually a longer, more in depth, um, whatever. And sometimes it's a class, sometimes it's a master class, sometimes it's one of our events. And that's how we do it. And so we're hoping it's like, when you go to have dinner with some folks and you have some appetizers, it's like the appetizers. So do come to our webinars knowing that that's what it is. Yeah, Kanksha, can you give more of a scope of some of what we're doing?
Sure, yeah. A big 3-day event is upcoming in April, and it's going to be 3 complete days. And we are doing early bird pricing for it, which I guess, Catherine, we're going to end the early bird pricing soon. So yeah, grab these tickets. In past, our events have been wonderful, and people have felt connected, inspired. Um, yeah, and if you all are here, you must be knowing what I'm talking about. So that's our spring event. um, and then we'll be doing some more activities in between, free webinars and stuff. But in June, we'll be celebrating Lipedema Awareness Month with lots of webinars and in-person local meetups too. And these meetups are such a special way to connect and share experience and really build lasting relationships within the community, because you get to, meet um, from your local area. So yeah, stay tuned for June. And then fall will be again hosting another 3-day event. Um, uh, so that's a, bigger picture for 2025. And in between, we're going to have more wonderful educational webinars on nutrition, holistic approaches, uh, pain management, and all of these. So yeah, make sure to go to our event calendar on our website, and be sure to also sign up to our email list, so you can be stay updated with whatever we are doing next. We can't wait to see you in all these events and webinars.
Yeah, and I just want to add one additional thing that's happening this year, which is the publication of our book. That's going to be
Yes.
happening in summer. So I believe that's available for pre-order now on Amazon for a discounted price. So if you haven't already bought that, I would recommend giving it a look-see and seeing if it would be helpful for you. We have a ton of really amazing authors that are working on it, and I think it's going to be awesome. Personally, I'm biased though because I'm one of the authors.
Let me translate a ton into somewhere in the neighborhood of 27 to 30 authors from
Hmm.
all around the world, from Australia and New Zealand, and from all over Europe and all over the US. And they were the early adopters, they're called. They're the ones who are out there and lead the pack when something is new and innovative. And so those are the authors who are really writing the book. Um, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And this is something that's going to be much needed because it's not just aimed at researchers and clinicians, although I think it's definitely going to be useful for them. But I think what's cool is that it's also going to be useful for patients themselves. And I don't know that we have a fully comprehensive book on lipedema that someone can just pick up and read and at least get started. Maybe I have to read it multiple times. I'm sure I will. But just having it in one place from people from all over the world who've been thinking on this topic for years and years and years. Some of them have clinics devoted to lipedema. Um, it's going to be super helpful. And I'm very excited to get it out there into the world and then to see people's thoughts on it and see feedback and see people reading it.
And just so you can see it, I'm going to pull it up so you have no, like, what could that look like? Hi, Sue. Oh, welcome. You're new to all this. You're reaching us on a good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me share this. I have I have it up on another screen. Ah, here it is. Share screen. Okay, and here we go. We're going to none other but Amazon. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Lipedema, principles and practice of diagnosis and treatment. And so it's quite remarkable. And um, when I looked last, we were like 100 and something. Oh, 211 in the medical diagnosis books. That's like, the New York Times bestseller list.
Oh, cool.
We're at 211, but that's because we were at one point up to one. But um, we haven't sold anything in a while.
Well, we haven't been talking about it as much, I think, and it's definitely something I'm going to be talking about more as we get closer and closer to it.
Mhm.
Um, I've been head down working on it, which is why I haven't been talking about it as much.
And I am one of the other things I haven't quite, I don't have the commitment yet, but I talked to Dr. Carmody about sharing my podcast on Monday mornings and asked him if he would be at all intrigued by the idea of talking about some of the different chapters.
That would be
That's,
great.
yeah, so that's something we've been in conversation about. So, all in all, there's progress. There's real progress. And I was um I was thinking sometimes, when I say there's real progress, it takes a minute for it to land, you know? I hear myself say it, and then I go, who said that?
Oh, you muted yourself, Catherine. While you're unmuting, oh, there you go. Yeah, I was just gonna say,
One of those days.
I definitely get that because when you're in the thick of things, it feels like things are moving as slow as molasses, and then like at one point, it's just like boom, something has happened. It's like, oh my goodness, how did that, how did that happen?
Yeah, it's true, Siobhan. I was saying that to myself. It was like feeling like, oh, this is very cumbersome. And then it just is like pop, and the whole thing just moves. Oh, thank you. Um, Thank you, Akanksha. She put the link to pre-order the book. So the
Yeah,
book,
and if that link doesn't work for you, you can just go onto Amazon and then look up lipedema principles and practice, and it will pop up.
wow, that's amazing. So I just have to say, from the early days when it all felt so impossible to today, where we're talking about collaborating with some of the top knowledge, the professionals who have the top knowledge in this area, I'm like, oh, wow, how did that happen?
A
Yeah.
lot of hard work, and you could even say a lot of legwork.
Hmm. Yeah, Christine. Yeah, we will. We do need to have a party of some kind. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, so what are your plans for the weekend?
Oh boy. So for me, I'm showing the purest form of love, which is navigating a bunch of government issued paperwork for a visa application. So that that and I think some editing work is pretty much all I have planned. Maybe some laundry if I'm feeling special.
And I had a particularly tough therapeutic week. And so my weekend has changed from doing some work to doing some very deep rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. I You've heard me say it again and again, and you'll hear me more, that self-care is possibly the highest form of discipline that we can offer to our
Mhm.
diseases. Um, and I feel that because of various sundry circumstances, I have not been able to get to see this therapist in a couple of months.
Mm.
Thank God I got to see her today. I feel like I was this close, this close. No, this close. Maybe this close. You know, like I said to her, I think I only have a couple of breaths left in me. She said, "Well, we'll catch you before you go."
Yeah, and I feel like that first session back after a long break is always really hard because there's
Yeah.
so much stuff moving all at once. And at the same time, like your body's super relieved, but then it's also like, and now we need to sleep for a couple days.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's absolutely what's going on. So, so we are bringing this to a close. We made a bunch of announcements. You'll be hearing more about it. And we introduced you, I hope, for not the first, but possibly the second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth time to Akanksha Daga, who is so much the backbone of what we do. So, what about you, Akanksha? You have a 5-year-old. He's not going to let you rest.
No, no, we have a fun Home Depot project plan. They do
Ooh.
this first Saturday of the month, uh, uh, a wood project for kids. And so early in the morning, that's where I take him tomorrow. That's how my weekend is going to start.
That sounds really fun. I did not know that was a thing.
Yes, yes. It's fun.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to tease you, but since your husband's going to be coming back to the US sometime soon, and I have a feeling having kids is on the agenda, you're going to be doing all those kinds of things, Siobhan.
Yes, that is true. A couple of years. It really depends on how long the visa application takes. It will fluctuate from like, oh yeah, the whole process will take like 9 months, up to like, yeah, it may take like 3 years. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
I'm praying to the visa gods that they understand that this is a very uncomplicated case that has lots and lots of supporting evidence over at least 10 years of when we've been together in person, lots of pictures, all that type of stuff. It's very straightforward, so please, please just say, oh yeah, this looks good, and then wave us through.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, well, you all, thank you for joining with us as we enter into 2025. That feels like it's not like early 2020 anymore. 2025 feels like wow. So
Yeah, it always feels like the years pass by faster and faster every time.
Yes.
every time, how many times have you been past 25?
Uh,
Once.
true.
When I laugh, I cough. When I start to laugh, I cough.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure laughing is very good for the central lymphatics, though.
Yeah, I think it is. So, well, let's Akaksha, why don't you close us out today?
Oh, wow. Sure. Well, thank you all for being here. Make sure you check out our events page on our website and be sure to sign up to our email list so that you're updated with whatever we're doing next. And we'll see you next time in another live. Till then, bye. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye bye.
Bye.